catch up AI. AI is fundamentally changing how we collect and process personal data. Smart glasses, AI pendants, and auto transcription tools have made recording a daily habit. But as these devices enter our lives, so do real legal questions. I did deep research into federal and Washington state recording laws, the collision between fast-moving technology and slow-moving legislation, and where public opinion and lawmaking stand right now. Today, I'll walk through that research in a Q&A with fictional attorney Sarah Mitchell. If you use AI to create content, this is the legal story you need to know. Attorney Mitchell, I run a YouTube channel here in Seattle. Whenever I go to a seminar, I record it on my phone and use AI summary tools. But lately, I keep hearing that AI recording might be legally risky. I always thought America was a free country. Isn't recording legal here?
A lot of people assume that, but Washington state is not a free recording state. Of all 50 states, 11 require all-party consent, and Washington is one of them. Here is what that means. Even if you are part of the conversation, recording without everyone's consent is illegal. Yes, even if you are one of the participants.
How serious are the penalties for violating Washington's recording law? First, criminal liability. It's a gross misdemeanor, up to 1 year in jail and up to $10,000 in fines. Second, civil damages. You owe the victim $5,000 or actual damages, whichever is greater, per person. Third, evidence suppression. Any illegally recorded content is inadmissible in court. One bad recording can put you on the hook, criminally and civilly at the same time.
So, I have a friend who wears a Limitless AI pendant every single day. It's always on. The AI logs their entire day. Is that actually illegal? Have they been breaking the law this whole time?
Honestly, yes, in spaces where other people are around, that is risky. Those conversations are being recorded without consent. But there is a way to stay legal. It's called constructive consent, implied consent. The moment you say, hey, I have my Limitless on right now, and the other person keeps talking, consent is established. One sentence is all it takes to stay on the right side of the law. Let me clear up some common scenarios. Legal first. Recording yourself talking alone, totally fine. Letting people know you are recording before the conversation. Legal unuse built-in recording, safe. It automatically notifies all participants. Now the illegal side. Secretly recording a conversation with a coworker, not okay. Filming private conversations with Meta Ray-Bans without disclosure, risky. Leaving Limitless running all day in public without saying anything. That's a problem. One sentence changes everything.
Look at the AI wearables that hit the market in 2025 and 2026. Smart glasses, earring-style AI, wearable pendants, they're always on and always listening. Behind the convenience is a legal minefield.
I really wanted to get Meta Ray-Bans. They auto-record at conferences and sync with Meta AI. 7 million units sold in 2025. They must be fine, right?
They're popular, but so is the controversy. In March 2026, the EAF, the Electronic Frontier Foundation, issued a formal warning. The title was, Think Twice Before Buying or Using Meta's Ray-Bans. In April 2025, Meta switched the AI camera to on by default and removed the cloud storage opt-out. Internal documents revealed plans to add facial recognition. And here's the real problem. The recording indicator light can be disabled by hackers. When the light is off, recording continues, and nobody around you knows it.
Even before AI, we were already being recorded everywhere. Cameras were in public spaces, buildings, parking lots. They were everywhere, but AI changed the equation. Now smart glasses, AI pendants, and transcription apps mean people carry recording devices on their bodies wherever they go. Security cameras were fixed in place. These devices move with you. As the technology shifted, existing laws became ambiguous, and entirely new gaps appeared. Let's look at what legal conflicts are actually emerging and how the law is responding.
Knowing the 3 steps of constructive consent lets you use AI tools safely and legally. Step 1. Advance notice. Put it in the calendar, invite, or email. This meeting will be recorded using AI tools. Step 2. Verbal notice at the start. This session is being recorded. Are you okay with that? One sentence is enough. Step 3. Save the chat or message log. Keep a record in case someone later claims they never agreed. Follow these 3 steps and you can use AI meeting tools without legal risk.
Everyone uses Otter.ai, auto transcription, and summarization in meetings is incredibly useful. It's not just creators, companies, community groups, all kinds of people use it. Is there a legal problem with it?
There was an actual lawsuit in 2025. Someone received a sales call where the other party had autopilot running. They had no idea a bot was on the call. The key legal question the court is wrestling with is the bot a participant in the conversation, or is it a wiretap? That answer will reshape the business model of dozens of services. Then in December, Fireflies.ai got sued for extracting voice prints.
Here is a timeline of major AI recording cases from 2025 to 2026. February 2025, the Otter.ai secret recording controversy breaks. May, the Take It Down Act is signed. Federal criminalization of deepfakes begins. August, a class action lawsuit is filed against Otter.ai in California. December, Fireflies.ai faces a BIPA lawsuit in Illinois. March 2026, the Meta Ray-Ban lawsuit is filed, and Washington State SB 5A886 takes effect. AI deepfakes are now explicitly named as personality rights violations. A historic moment.
How do different AI services compare on Washington state compliance? The safe ones first: Zoom's built-in recording, Microsoft Teams Copilot, and Google Meet AI all notify every participant before recording starts. Now the ones to watch: Otter.ai's autopilot sends a chat notification, but it can be disabled. Fireflies.ai joins calls as a bot, but enforcement is inconsistent. Meta Ray-Bans are designed with a recording indicator light, but it can be hacked off, default to platform native tools. Use third-party bots with caution.
These days, I am cloning my own voice with Qwen3 TTS and using it for narration videos. That's how I've been making content lately. This is legal, right?
Cloning your own voice is completely legal. It's self-exercise of your personality rights. The issue is cloning someone else's voice. Washington State RCW 63.60 protects a person's name, voice, likeness, and appearance as property rights. Using them commercially without consent means mandatory damages of at least $1,500. SB 5886, effective due 11th of J, explicitly added AI deepfakes to that protection. Unauthorized cloning of a public figure's voice can trigger both criminal and civil liability. Where is the line with AI voice cloning? Legal uses: cloning your own voice for your own content, using someone else's voice with a signed agreement, specifying the exact use case, educational or non-commercial use within the agreed scope. Illegal uses: cloning a celebrity's voice without permission and uploading it to YouTube. Creating and distributing AI deepfake audio or video. Creating or distributing deepfake sexual content. That is a federal crime. The rule: your voice only for your own content.
But isn't the law way behind technology? New AI devices come out every day, and the law is still stuck in 1970 S wiretapping statutes. What does public opinion look like?
You are right, it is behind, but it's catching up fast. The Take It Down Act passed the House 409-2. In a country as divided as the United States, that kind of vote almost never happens. Washington State passed SB 5886. 11 labs and other AI companies made voluntary compliance pledges. Here is the interesting part: the EFF and the CCIA both opposed the same bill, for completely different reasons. EFF said it's a free speech violation. CCIA said it kills their business model. That's exactly why the details of legislation matter so much.
The numbers show just how fast things are moving. The Take It Down Act passed 409-2, one of the most bipartisan votes in congressional history. Washington State passed 4 new AI-related laws in 2026 alone. SB 5886 took effect just 87 days after it was signed. The law is starting to keep pace with technology. Key AI legislation from 2025 to 2026. January 2025, California, AB 2602 takes effect, regulating AI voice cloning in contracts. April, the No Fakes Act is reintroduced. May, the Take It Down Act is signed and takes effect. January 2026, the Defiance Act passes the Senate unanimously. June 2026, Washington State SB 588 deepfakes are now explicitly included as personality rights violations. The House is still deliberating the No Fakes Act.
So, what's the bottom line? For someone like me who creates AI content, how do I stay compliant and keep creating?
3 things to remember. 1. Disclose first. Always tell people before you record. One sentence separates legal from illegal. 2. Use platform native tools first. Zoom and Teams are the safest options. Third-party bots carry real legal risk. 3. Only clone your own voice. If you need someone else's voice, specify the permitted use cases in writing, in the contract.
The law moves slower than technology, but it's heading in the right direction. This isn't just a story for creators. Technology matters, and in the age of AI, it matters more than ever. But for technology to truly benefit everyone, not just some, there are conditions that must be met first: notice, consent, and documentation. When those three are in place, technology becomes something for all of us.
Thanks for watching. Likes and subscriptions really do make a difference. I appreciate every one of them. I've shared a link to the full GitHub repository with all the research behind this video in the description. Definitely check it out. Catch-up.ai is a channel dedicated to experimenting with AI in everyday life and sharing the information and insights we pick up along the way. There's a lot more to come. You can also find everything Catch-up.ai does at catchupai.net. This has been Catch-up.ai. Thank you.